Hey, what's up everybody? Chris Souders, Slunger Cat Outdoors, back with you again today. And man, am I excited. This water temperature is really starting to get warm now. It's up to about 55 to 57, 58 degrees. And I have a good feeling, or I'm hoping that we can start catching some of these blue cats on the drift. That's what I'm gonna be doing today. I'm gonna be putting these offshore planer boards to use out here on the river. Gonna be doing some drifting. Probably gonna have to do it slow, but man, I'm excited. I've been on that rope and then on the anchor for all winter. I'm ready to get moving and start getting some of these blue cats drifting. So stick around. Let's get some baits in the water. Hopefully this works out like I hope. If not, hey, we're gonna put her back on the rope and catch some fish anyway. But we're gonna start off by drifting. Stay tuned. Let's get some baits in the water, see what happens. Okay, so what we got is we got about 20 foot. It's kind of a flat with a ledge out towards the deeper, out towards the center of the channel. What I'm going to do is there's quite a bit of current, so I'm going to kind of get the boat going the speed that I need it to be going, and we're going to use some heavier weights. We're going to use 10-ounce cannonballs, just so to kind of help with the drag on the sinker itself, but also to help so we can slow the boat down. The more weight you can put on, the slower you can let the boat go. So we'll be drifting back, suspend drifting, and we're going to put some planer boards out. So that's kind of an idea. And like I said, the water temperature is about 55. Maybe a little early for this yet, but we're going to give it a shot. You just never know. You never know until you try. So we're going to give it a shot and see what happens. So let's get some rods out, get some fish in the boat. So what we're doing is I'm just dropping the line down until it hits the bottom, kind of picking it up, bouncing it a couple times, get good contact with the bottom. As you can see, I already have 2 boards already out. That's all I'm gonna have out on each side, is just 2. And then this one I'm just gonna hit suspended beside the boat. But with doing that, whatever the rod is doing here, because we set them up the same way, those baits are just suspended underneath those planer boards. Whatever this rod is doing, those rods will be doing as well. So that's the reason I like to use the same style weight and the same amount of weight on the rod that's beside the boat versus the rod that's out there on the planer board. And what I mean by, what it's doing, depending on how slow you're going and depending on how much current you have, you don't want your baits sweeping up behind the planer boards or sweeping up behind your rods. So you can see that my bait and line is hanging almost straight down. So that means I got just about enough weight for the speed that I'm wanting to go. So let's get the rest of the boards out. Now the planer boards that we're using today are the SST Offshore Tackle Pro Mag planer boards. You guys have seen me talk about these before. I've actually done some live Tackle Talk Tuesdays about planer boards, so if you haven't watched that, make sure you go back and you look at those Tackle Talk Tuesday live shows that I've done on planer boards. Now you guys have seen me use these before. You guys have seen me use the small ones a lot, but the Pro Mag is one that I use on the river quite a bit. And what I do a little bit different than most, whenever you get them, this red clip will actually be back here, and they'll have another release clip here. But I will actually attach what is called a pigtail, and it's just a quick attach to attach it to your line. And then I will take the red clip that you get on the back, and I will attach it to the front. Okay, and that's just a release clip that's got a nipple in the center, and you can put your line behind the nipple or in front of the nipple, depending on if you want it to release and let go. Me personally, I like to put it ahead of the nipple. That way that, you know, if I get a bite or catch a fish, it will release, and then this pigtail will just slide up and down the line, and you're only fighting the fish instead of the board and the fish. Now, something else that I like about these, you can actually put that flag up. If you get into some waves or some choppy times where, you know, you may not be able to see them very well, you can put those flags up and you can see them a little bit better. Or they got what is called a tattletale system, that whenever you get a bite, there's a attachment back here, and whenever you get a bite, the flag will actually come up and let you kind of know, in case those fish just come up and grab it and don't actually take it down or take off with it. So let's get this last one out, see if we can't put a fish in the boat. Oh yeah! Well, that didn't take long at all. Just a small one to start, but hey, we'll take it. There we go. Small little starter fish, but hey, maybe we can get a big one in the boat. Who knows? Fishing this way will definitely keep you busy. There's a lot to keep up with. You know, you're constantly moving, constantly having to slow your boat down or speed your boat up, constantly having to adjust depths of lines depending on how the contour goes on the bottom. You know, today we picked a nice kind of flat that's just kind of rolly with about a foot intervals. So it's, you know, it's not too bad, but you know, once you get everything set up, you know, you just really got to keep on your toes and really you know, keep after everything, because you're gonna get snagged up, you're gonna get frustrated. So just keep after it. We got one. That's what we wanted to do. So hopefully we can catch some more. So we got about 2 mile-an-hour current, and we're able to slow that boat down. We're able to slow the boat down to about 0.5 and still run everything good. So that's how that last fish we caught, it come off about 0.5 mile an hour. So hopefully we stay on them. It's definitely encouraging knowing that they're, at least we caught one.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for us today. Unfortunately, we was only able to really catch the one fish drifting. It's a little early for the drift bite and the dragon bite, but it is nice to see those fish starting to hit while you're moving. So if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to Slunger Cat Outdoors. Make sure you hit that notification bell. We put out new videos each and every week. Hopefully you've learned something today, be able to take back to your area that you're from. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you next week on Slunger Cat Outdoors.